be a good girl, you know. All right, guys. So what has been trending on the world of social media? Actually, yesterday something happened. There was this interview that was released, being hosted by Ebuka Obichendu, and then Banky W and the beautiful wife, of course, were the guests, and we had some couple of conversation around. I'm sure you must have watched it. But you know the biggest highlight, of course, Banky W said a couple of things that Big Wiz. That's I don't want FC people like Whiskey FC to come after us. So there's how we are going to just fine tune this discussion. All right. So Big Wiz, Banky W decided to open a bit of somebody's ear yesterday, and it was discovered that Big Wiz was supposed to do 5 albums for EME. Of course, that record label is owned by Banky W.
Very true.
And all of those stories. So, but he did 2. Banky W did explain why that happened. Okay, at some point after the 2, he was owing them 3, and then something happened. They couldn't work together, and Banky W explained that okay, I just had to let him go because I don't want to owe somebody down for the fact that the person is not happy.
Speaking like the manager of Big Wiz.
Well, I'm not his manager. I don't aspire.
Continue with details. I'm liking the way you're detailing everything now.
Great, great. All right. So what happened after that? Obichendu did not stop there. You know, Ebuka was shaking tables. Of course, if you have been watching,
they don't know. Tell them Ebuka
is a pro when it comes to shaking tables. So he shook some tables yesterday, and he asked Banky W, okay, how do you feel about the fact that Whiskey could not attend your wedding? Well,
Banky W was there live with his wife. He's beautiful, and you know.
Have you noticed I've been using the word beautiful for Adesha so far? I mean, when you are good, you are good.
Yeah,
you know. All right, so Banky W actually responded that he had no issue. That of course he knew at that point in time Whiskey had this show, I think in Dubai, and he couldn't attend. And of course he went further to say that he is very calm and cool with the fact that okay, Whiskey and they work together. They work together
like
once
this was just a past.
But guys, he didn't just stop there. Big Wiz came online.
Came up
and he came up, and then we thought that he was going to clear the air. Maybe he would say something. Maybe he was going to respond. That's what usually happens. Maybe there will be a bit of banter and all of that.
So,
but no,
just make everywhere hot.
The super boy did not do that. The big boy just came up and LOL, and the internet went
alpha.
Boom.
No alpha.
Like,
LOL. Meaning
everybody was shocked. Okay, now you know if he had responded that way when Banky W was talking about the fact that okay he had 3 he still has 3 albums and all that. Maybe people would have said maybe Banky W dropped some lamba, but that was not the case.
True.
It was actually the clip of the video that he said you about the marriage, how far the marriage, that was the particular one he actually responded to, and he got everybody talking because people cannot even place what is he trying to say. Is he saying that? What is he even saying?
Well, the confusion came when he drops that LOL. Like we're all confused. Like funny enough, Twitter, I don't understand. I felt like most people were jobless enough to retweet LOL and with the old memes and all blah 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 and slotting LOL and all. I'm trying to understand why it didn't come out to just speak, maybe say something, because right now most people are even going to Google to check
a lot of words.
I don't understand. Even Google is tired. Is depressed.
There's over 1 million tweets on that LOL alone, and then there's a whole lot. Okay, I'm going to be taking down some comments from the social media. Of course, I'm going to honor our chief advisor that's talking about Daniel Rega. I mean, he doesn't fail. That guy is literally online at all points in time. Okay, he responded. He said, Whiskey, it was unfair of you not to attend Banky W's wedding if you are an invitee, because he literally made you who you are today. Despite all that happened in the past, you still owe him a lot. Furthermore, replying LOL to Banky's positive remarks about you is rude. Act respectfully. That is coming from Daniel Rega. I mean, that's the king of advice. A lot, because there's this conversation around the fact that Whiskey became so popular because he started with Banky W. Of course, Banky W started yesterday. The fact that he's proud of the fact that whosoever started his music career with him is going out there into the world to do better than what they were doing before. I mean, that's the conversation.
So let's
he said nothing wrong.
Now, wala too much for this street. I saw a tweet of someone saying Whiskey LOL blow past Davido. I don't understand, how did Davido get into this conversation? Why do people like looking for trouble?
So Davido guys and Wizkid FC, those ones is a normal thing for them. So they look for every
but why
slightest.
would they put Davido? If Davido comes out and spoil this thing, funny enough, we don't even know what's going on behind. We only just saw what happened. You don't even know what's good. You know if Wizkid has gone to apologize.
Now,
you know,
no. Let me clear the air. You know, in 2017 when Banky W got married to Adesha and Wizkid was unable to attend.
Yeah.
Wizkid literally went on IG and then he explained with a simple apology that it's so sad that the fact that I couldn't attend your wedding and all of that. He even called him bro.
2017.
That's a long time ago. But the fact that Ebuka decided to bring out this question at this point in time.
Ebuka, what will be your problem?
Ebuka has a mission.
No, what will be your problem?
All right, let me take another comment for you. Okay, this is coming from Asuwaju. Okay, he's saying, okay, now I understand, but for the video to warrant this answer, there is a lot left to be said in that particular interview. I mean, is there something Banky W is not telling us? Because the wife was actually there. So if you know how Ananias and Safira will conspire to lie, but you know, but I don't.
Your wife always stand for you, like stand, even if you are doing the wrong thing. So do not just drag the wife into this.
Yesterday was
Adesha was Banky W and Wizkid. Do not drag poor Adeswa into this matter.
You know, I'm very cool with the fact that Banky W said nothing evil or he didn't speak anything bad against Wizkid because literally his fans would have.
But I'm guessing the issue is not as much as
people are making it
look like. I'm sure this thing he's dead, like we don't even know. Can you just go to the back, go to the behind, go to the backyard to know what's going on, guys?
There's another comment here. This person, these minors are coming for you because normally they know they alright. Okay, Alhaji Beles Smalley replied to Wizkid to this. He said, as seeds they germinate into plan, so shall violence germinate into wahala. So there will not be solution. Everywhere must scatter. So
Precious saying wahala, this is not necessary because we don't know what's going on behind. Like I just said, like it's not, it's not a big deal, guys.
Flash, okay, this is coming from Flash Lab. He said, I left my studies in 400 level just to focus on this violence.
Now your problem be that.
If you like, leave school. Go and be looking for
what. Your problem is that because they did not send you, my guy.
Leave your school. If I ask you, he's on strike. Maybe let's even assume that he's going to a private university. Don't worry.
Maybe he's going to Bowen.
But some people, okay, let me ask you this now. Why are some set of people usually very particular about violence? Like every clip, everything that has to do with violence, like they are literally looking. If you look at some of the memes they were sharing yesterday, Jesus Christ, some people don't have jobs. They are just there for the violence.
But you won't blame them now.
Well,
that is just the trend going on in the world of Twitter. So
okay, let me take this comment. It says labels don't design artists because they are doing you a favor to change your life. They sign you because they believe that they can make money with you. It's a business transaction, not a favor. You bring skills that they bring the funding. Artists don't owe labels nothing outside of contract.
Why are people just putting kerosene on this fire again? Like can't you let matter just die down?
Peace. I literally like the fact that Banky stated it yesterday. He said when artists do well, they get the credit for it.
Yeah.
For example, if Davido is doing greatly well, I mean any artist out there,
why don't bring Davido into this matter? I know have my reasons why.
I removed my hoodie for you, but I wanted to come after you.
Because
I wanted to come after you now. I'm just saying this was a statement Banky made yesterday that when artists are doing pretty well in their music career, everybody gives them credit. I mean, we celebrate them. Okay. But every time things don't go well for an artist, the record labels get to take the blame. Yeah, should that really be it?
Yes, because this particular record label signed them in, so I'm sure there were terms and conditions and all.
Yeah, but then the thing about coming into fame is that it requires hard work, both from the record label itself and from the artist. For Wizkid, I mean, it's a good story. Somebody started off with you, and it got to this point, nominated for Grammy.
See, Wisdom, I just feel like we shouldn't take it as I shouldn't take it the way Nigerians are taking it, because from what I understand, things have been sorted out, and we don't know what's going on behind. And this matter is not as deep as people
as Wizkid fan are making it look. Okay, let me take a couple of comments. No, I'm not. I don't.
I was watching why you want this hoodie today.
No, I'm not. Okay,
hold
on. He said, now when you help with the sign self, I know you they worry. I mean, some people need to go to school. I don't want to mention this name.
Why did you reduce your
people voice? Swore this guy is matured. Lord, Davido will always be greater. Okay. How now? Like, how did you bring Davido into this matter? All right, guys. So the conversation is actually unending because Wizkid FC are people that they don't take things easy. I mean, imagine Banky W had even said something nasty about Wizkid. The internet would have gone
Imagine if Banky W had said something nasty about Wizkid, and I'm wondering how Wisdom would have reacted, guys.
For the records, I'm not Wizkid.
See the
And
fine boy now.
we're going on a short break.
See the fine
Hold on,
boy.
when we come back from this short break, we'll continue with this conversation. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stay with us.
Touch.
Hello there, if you're just joining us, it's still Chit Chats on Unilag Television, and we have been talking about what has been trending in the world of social media, bringing you all the basketballs as they occur on the streets of Twitter.
Hot, guys.
Everywhere. All right, guys. So
from
we've
the
been
top to bottom of the Nigeria
from
top.
chop. You didn't say it very well. If you want to
okay.
say it correctly.
From top to bottom.
No.
Oh, yeah,
From
teach
chop
me.
to bottom. All right, guys. We have been bringing you all the
I
hot.
knew that you were embarrassed from the beginning.
We have been bringing you all the hot gist concerning. Okay, yesterday Wizkid. Just a simple three. It's not a word itself. 3 letters. LOL, and the internet went.
What's the full meaning of that?
Laughing out loud. I'm surprised you don't know it.
Laughing out loud. It could
I'm
be.
sorry.
You know.
Okay, but people started crafting new
Yeah.
stuff for it too. Like people were bringing out a whole lot of stuff, and then I'm wondering, why do you have to do all of this? Now the fact remains that Banky W helped this guy grow. I mean, I was listening to the story yesterday. He got to that point where he talked about that he had quite a lot of people living in his own house, and he was the one responsible to feed these guys. He said Wizkid was there with his own guy, and then some other artists, and then the guy is literally like a big bro.
But come to think of, yeah, I was about saying that. What comes to think of, why would Wisdom and I said Wisdom.
Okay.
See now, see what you put for my mouth.
No.
Now. Why would Wizkid and Banky W have issues? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's just like a son having issues with his father.
They will come for you if you are trying to call Banky W's Wizkid father in the industry. Well, he has.
No, Wizkid is still a
grown.
boy. We all know it's a boy.
I wasn't there. I was never on the show when Nelly declared that Wizkid is still a boy.
You like him
The
now.
kid has grown into a man now.
The kid,
he has grown. He's now a grown man. Okay, so some people talked about the fact that if you know your little beginning, you should not despise it. Always honor the fact that wherever you come from. Of course, there's a particular video where Wizkid, of course, when he was starting his career quite early, he acknowledged the fact that Banky W has been of great help. And then Banky W responded by saying something very cool, and it was like, "This is not me, it's been God." And you know the fact that I think it's time for me to review this, guys. By the way, Banky W and the show are they're my favorite celebrity couples. I like them. I love them.
You didn't have to be.
In fact, I'm going to confess. I've been sending messages to Banky W on
opportunity
IG.
to
on
get
IG
them.
on IG. So I'm hoping that it's good. I'm hoping that Banky will. I'm hoping that Banky will reply as soon as possible. I think he has not seen it. Once he sees it, I mean, he's a good guy.
I think he's
very cool. He will respond.
He's a cool guy.
He's gonna respond. All right. So away from this particular gist, there's another gist.
Gang, guys.
All right, so
Guess,
let me take you through.
Let them guess.
No, no.
1, 2, 3. They can't guess. So yeah.
All right, let's continue. Okay, lady received the shock of her life 3 years after she divorced her husband because her 2 daughters claim he was sleeping with them.
Okay.
In the entire body. Because that's weird. That's
Tomato
weird.
on pepper.
That's weird.
Onions in between.
Okay, so please, I usually love to ask people quite a lot of questions, and I'm gonna ask you, what would you do if you discovered that your lovely husband was sleeping with your daughter?
You know, common sense is not
Usually very common.
Yeah,
it's clear.
So first of all, you get to this your husband. You call your husband. I'm hoping that you should have been able to understand him or know the kind of person he is. Okay,
so continue.
First of all, secondly, you get evidence and details before you even go and sign any divorce. Do you know how hard it is to find husband, guys? You don't know.
Well, I if there's anything I must agree with you is the fact that husbands are scarce. It's a scarce commodity. So if you grab one and then you have
and
somebody
you misuse it,
and if you have somebody walk you down the aisle and then you stick with the person. But then remember, we have always condemned domestic violence on the show. That
this is not domestic
violence. I'm just saying that I know somebody like you that you're quite scared.
I think you should look into this story.
I think you are quite scared. Okay, I'm going to summarize the story for you. Here is a story of a young woman who got married. Okay, she claims the husband is a web software developer and was working in one particular company, but until he lost the job, things became tough. But she had a good job. At some point, she had to travel to Canada. I mean, Canada seems to be accepting a lot of people these days. So she traveled there, and the plan was that, okay, after some years, I'm going to come back, take both you and the children to greener pastures. I mean, all of that. So, but eventually, she came down one time for our wedding anniversary, 20th wedding anniversary.
Can you imagine? 20 years.
So that means they must have been married for a long time. Before I summarize the story, let me quickly ask Nelly something. What do you think about long distance relationship like this? I mean, this is not dating. This is not you dating that guy in Abuja. This is you, somebody you are married to, and the person stays away for you.
Well, it is not advisable. I wanted to say something, but guys, it's not advisable.
No, don't speak to the guy. Speak about yourself.
For me, I cannot do long distance relationship. I want to know what is going on in my man's life.
All right, guys, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, what do you think about long distance relationship? Drop it. Can you afford to have your bobo in Abuja while you are here hustling? I
know there are some, hard girls around that will like that kind of thing, so that they can run their parole somewhere. Babes, I know you now.
It's on both sides. For some guys, they feel like, oh, I mean, every time she's not around, it's freedom.
The same thing for the women.
So just let us know.
Anytime she's not around, there's a freedom for her to do her things,
So just let us know in the comment section, what would you do? Okay, back to the story, guys. So the lady came down, and then she said she was noticing some kind of behavior between the father and the 2 daughters.
There's a daughter or both of them were being rude.
There was something odd. There was kind of odd situation. So she decided to probe into it and ask the father that what was wrong. The father said that he actually tried stopping them from going to parties and all of that. That's why they're actually behaving that they will get along. But she continued seeing the same thing. So she asked the daughters.
To look into it.
She asked the daughters. The daughters eventually spoke up after a whole lot of persuasion and all of that. And they revealed to her that the father had been sleeping with them. That's according to what the daughter said.
Funny
so she got so angry, she took the church issue to the pastor. They even said the same thing in front of their pastors and family members.
They were not
they didn't change their mouth. So eventually she traveled.
Some hearts are like stone.
She decided to leave the country, not just leaving her daughters alone now, because she felt like, oh, my daughters were unsafe. So she took the 2 daughters and she traveled to Canada. In fact, she even took loan.
What every mother would do.
Yes. That would be like a normal reaction.
What is even going on?
You protect after you have carried something for 9 months. You protect
those
all
things.
Right. So eventually she heard that the man was getting married to another woman. She felt sad. Obviously, she would have loved her husband and all of that. So she told the children, and the children was like, okay, because there was no solid evidence to convict the father for his crime. So they saw it like it was living a free life and all of that. So eventually, guys, the girls decided to confess, and they spoke about it. The fact that they lied against their father.
Before you continue, women, ladies, girls, once immediately your daughters made that confession, what would have been your reaction? Please drop that in that comment. I need all this your us comment, because now my heart is burning.
Calm down.
the flame,
She's
the
rude.
smoke is coming
Calm
from
down.
my
Comrade.
I will beat them.
Comrade.
You made Jesus.
Calm down.
Where are they? Who are those
Calm
things?
down,
What are
comrade.
they?
Calm down. Let me finish the story for
Oh
them.
Jesus.
So guys, so she is actually sorry now because she has actually lost a man, and then she feels like the father will never forgive the girls because why would you lie against your father? And they eventually revealed the fact that they lied because the father was trying to discipline them to stop them from going to parties and going to places they wanted to go. That means they wanted freedom.
A rare father.
And then you are making mention of rape. That means you're thinking about the father. Your father slept with you.
What did he even think of? Maybe the father usually give them mark or does some other thing, maybe stop them from eating food.
I mean, there were no only things like
you spoke.
If they have talked about the father, oh, he beats us every now and then, the mother will say, oh, it's a natural thing for Nigerian parents. But going as far as rape, guys, what do you guys think? I mean,
maybe they should have just brought up something else. Or maybe daddy sleeps out, he brings women, all those kind of things.
Well, I'm not encouraging anyone.
I'm not
out there
encouraging
to tell
anybody
lies
to
against
say
their parents
that,
or
but
tell lies against people.
You lying on your father, that's accusation. Guy, it's deep. It's too deep. It's also inside the injury.
I know you're pain. If you're the woman, I know we talked about the fact that husbands are very scarce, and then she's not losing this one. But let me take some comment for you guys. Okay, this is coming from Connect DJ. Alright, he's saying first, the lady did not know the man she was married to, and again, she took judgment into her hands, making her remorse towards our decision. But guys, what would you have done if you are a mother in that position? Your child, these are not babies; these are grown-up people. They spoke about it. You brought witnesses, and they still emphasize the fact that yes, your husband, our father, was sleeping with us. So what would you have done? Let us know in the comment section.
So this comment comes from I love Don Jazzy. This is the reason why I always try to keep my relationship 100% honesty. So even if when the whole world is against me or my partner, we believe each other and all, guys. All right, that's why I said from the beginning that you couldn't. The woman, if the woman really knew her husband well, she wouldn't have taking all that and reacted to it immediately without evidence.
And then the fact we talked about long distance relationship. If you are not staying with your spouse,
well, you speak to him every day.
Yeah, you should probably.
Well, I'm not. There's something
about physical contact. I mean, spending time together. You would have probably known that. Okay, my husband can do this.
Funny, I'm sure they dated before getting married.
Well,
wisdom. Think about it. 20 years. It is not 3 years.
I
it is not 5 years. 20 years.
Nelly?
And some chicken, fishes.
But don't forget that
all of them.
They're also the woman's children.
They came, and I understand. But your husband came first. Like he came into your life before those ones came. I know you carried them for 9 months. You struggled, blah blah blah. But now because they say men is this, and things are going on. You now,
comrade.
Guys,
so from the angle of wrongly accusing people of rape, it's actually wrong. This looks like that one of those women that are going to love their husband more than they love their children.
Yeah,
So we're going to take some few comments. Let me give you this one. Okay, this is coming from Teresa El Musa. He said, I wasn't expecting this story to end this way. What a twist of fate. Madam, go and beg your husband and carry your daughters to him for forgiveness. A father's blessing is still important. The earlier, the better. So from Otoro John, anyone who blames the woman, still they do boyfriend and girlfriend. True. And go and marry and born pikin. It is normal to go with the kid's testimony. Yeah, I know, right? But, your husband came, you've dated this guy for, years, and you've been with him. These girls just started growing, and you don't know what they do. For God's sake. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to your children, but you need to find evidence before you go into matters like this. You don't know. You know the vow you did. Like, you went through court wedding, church wedding, and you took some vows, and all of a sudden, because your children came up, they woke up. Do you know if rape is a big thing?
If one of them has spiritual issues?
No, rape is a big thing. So when you accuse somebody of rape,
wisdom. Wait, before you continue.
And we have seen cases or instances where parents or a man was sleeping with his own daughters and then forcing them to keep quiet. So we can't really blame the woman at some point.
Things they happen. But wisdom also asks you this question.
Ask me. Go on.
Can't you wake up in the morning? I'm not saying you have spiritual issues. Wake up in the morning and just shout, Jesus.
Wake up in the morning and just shout Jesus.
Jesus, and they ask you, why did you shout Jesus? And you tell them you fell from your bed in your dream.
It's possible.
Okay. Is that relating to
No, I don't think.
What I'm trying to say is anybody can just, wake up and say
come up with
this.
stories.
I feel like the woman should have risen to that part.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a few comments before we shut down the show for today. Okay, this is coming from Just_Lade. Nobody should actually blame this woman because with what this is happening in the world, she will definitely believe her children. Anybody in her shoe will believe them, but the girls actually went too far. I guess they are happy right now with the situation of things. But then,
for God's sake, Jesus was wrongly accused, yet he opened not his mouth to justify himself.
Great, hallelujah. Don't forget the fact that the girls spoke up and they said that because they just wanted to leave Nigeria. So for them, that would have been a jackpot strategy.
I can imagine her from Ijebu Ode. You will go back to that village.
Peace.
You will stay. You won't even have roof to stay. That punishment, you will feel it. Peace. You don't know me.
Let there be peace.
My children, you are hearing me for heaven.
Alright, guys, so what do you guys
fear me?
What would be your advice to this particular woman? Because she's actually asking now that what do you want her to do? Does she go? The husband definitely is now married to a new person. What would she do? She has lost the husband, the family, and imagine living with your children every day to know that, to always have that remembrance that this was the major reason my marriage is scattered, or this is the major reason I do not have a man in my life, or maybe she loved the husband so much. So every time she looks at the children, she's like, you guys,
but
the reason why the husband is not
funny enough, they could, still go back to the man to, apologize.
I think they should start by doing that. Let's even see. But then
she can't get back her
a particular person here.
She can't get back to the man's house.
Yeah, a particular person here has also said that the man should make sure
that
it.
I'm sorry, I am not wicked, but they'll suffer it.
The man should actually disown the girls. That the girls are not. In fact, they should go and do DNA test.
No.
Some comrades went too far. They said do DNA test to find out are those children really your own, because anybody that would lie, that kind of lie against you, does not have your best of interest at all.
What if it comes out positive?
We'll see from there. So guys, that's what we can take for today.
So drop your comments on our comment box, and we'll get back to you immediately, ASAP.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. It is Unilag on TV on all platforms, guys. On YouTube especially. Don't forget to turn on the notification button, so whenever we are going live like this, or whenever we have a show for you, you'll be the first.
Guys, I'm waiting for your comments. So we need to talk about this. It can't end like this.
You want to beat them if they don't drop. No, so guys, don't forget to drop comments, by the way. And I have been your host, Udo Wisdom, and I have been with
Nelly. Peace, guys. Baby sweet.
Thank God it's Friday, so we are going out.
Guys,
ensure you enjoy your weekend. So we come your way again the next time.
Peace
Bye
out.
for now.
Guys.